Hi everyone, this is Andreas, and I just wanted to give you a little update about my first Syntropic meter. It's been about 6 months since I planted it, and I just want to show what it looks like and what went well and what didn't go so well. So let's jump into it. So here is the area, and first of all, as you can see, somebody or something took away the gorse that was lying on top of my first Syntropic meter and just shoved it to the side. And as you can see, the grass has been grazed all around except for this part where the gorse is lying. So that's a good indicator of where they don't go. But yeah, there has been animals in here. In fact, cows and I think goats have been here that have been kind of grazing. And let's take a closer look. So first of all, some things are growing, like the comfrey came out. These strawberries are looking pretty good and have not been eaten. Some more comfrey here. And what's this? So this looks like it's a comfrey root that has been just pulled out of the soil and like left there. Maybe the cow just came and took it out, trying to eat it, and pulled the whole thing out with the root. Gonna plant it back in, hope it survives. This looks like some calendula. What do we have here? This is raspberry that looks also quite good. Has not been so nibbled. Well, there's been a bit of grass coming out here. This I think is mustard, which looks good, but as you can see here, it's also been nibbled quite a lot before. What else? What I was really surprised is that these sticks, these cuttings of, I think, ash, they're sprouting. They just sprouted out of their sides, which worked pretty well. Well, though they were oriented east-west. What else? Here's some more comfrey, some strawberry in here, and these are more cuttings that look pretty good. Some sticks in here. What I'm kind of surprised to see. Oh, here's another. That's another comfrey root, I think, that has been just pulled out of the soil. And as you see, the soil is not kind of covered here anymore. So I think boars have been here and been like digging through the soil looking for seeds. This is an avocado pit that didn't really work out. Well, maybe that's what was happening here. And then here are a couple of sticks that look pretty dry. These are willow sticks that kind of didn't work, although I see there's a little sprout here coming out of the bottom of one of them. So maybe I'm just gonna trim them off like so, the bottom, so they might still grow. But I thought these willow sticks, they will grow pretty well and sprout, but apparently they didn't, although it should be wet enough. Let's see what's on the other side. Alright, so I think this is loquat that still survived. What else? A bit of grass coming out. Here's some more, I think, comfrey that's been eaten to the ground. Some more here. This looks like it's been eaten by snails, or maybe by goats as well. Here are a couple more sticks of willow. Some look very dry, like very brown. Some are actually more yellow, so maybe there's still a bit of chance for life. So I'm gonna just trim them off and see what happens. Maybe they'll come from the ground. What else? Well, this one looks pretty good. Comfrey, maybe it will be left alone. Here's the mustard from the other side. This should be either ash or elderberry. And then, oh wow, here we have a pretty thick cutting. This should be a fig. This fig cutting worked out, seems like. It's growing some fresh leaves on the top. It was a pretty long stick stuck in the ground. And do we have another one? I can't see. What else was this? I think that was also a fig here that didn't work out. That looks pretty dry. Well, the strawberry looks like good. It's kind of growing. But yeah, all in all, not everything kind of came out from the seed and from the cuttings, especially also the annual things, the beans, the lentils that I've thrown there. A lot of the herbs and spices didn't sprout and grow, but there is some green. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna mulch the dry areas again with some grass, and I'm gonna go and get more gorse to cover all of it around, a bit like here, because they really don't go there with their mouths because it's really spiky. And I hope they'll leave it alone and the plants can kind of grow through the gorse. Oh yeah, I think I've seen another fig in here that worked out pretty well. Oh yeah, here we go. So here's another cutting, and it's coming out right at the top. There's some new leaf growth. It looks like it's been nibbled, or it's like a very fat bud with a lot of leaves coming out at once. That looks like also really promising. I'm really happy. As you can see, we have a lot of gorse, like these little shrubs growing everywhere. So I just went ahead and took my big scissors, my pruning shears, and cut off a few branches from this gorse shrub to go on the Syntropic meter bed. I mulched the bed with some grass and nettle clippings that were lying around, and I've put the old gorse branches back as far as I had, and now I'm gonna put these new branches on as well. Well, yeah, so I'm trying to make use of what gorse is really good at, which is being very spiky and stingy, scaring the animals away and letting them graze somewhere else, in order to make this kind of nest, like a natural barbed wire or protection ring all around my Syntropic meter nest. Here's my update of the Feijoa planting. Here's my Feijoa. It's growing kind of out tall, but it's also been nibbled upon through the winter and early spring. I think it's been cut down pretty much to here, and now some new growth is coming out from below, which looks, yeah, this looks like very fresh and green. The comfrey here has been doing well. It's been not so eaten by other creatures, and I'm pretty happy about that. And yeah, it was pretty overgrown with nettles that covered it, so you couldn't see it anymore. I've trimmed it around so you can see the dry straw lying around, which were the nettles, and just mulched it all around, so chop and drop, so it also gets a boost of growth from the regrowth of the other stuff. And here to the right, Same thing, it's almost not visible from all the regrowth, but here it is. This is Feijoa, and here's some comfrey as well. And all the way around you see the nettles. They kind of encircle it and grow up in the grass as well, pretty fast. And yeah, I hope it will do better with this cutting back of the other herbage around. The other thing that is also growing here close to the Feijoas is this blackcurrant shrub here, which looks kind of good. Looks like it likes the position. Well, it's kind of growing. And next to it also another comfrey plant here, which looks also quite good. I don't know. Yeah, actually there's more under the cutback straw. I'm gonna keep on trimming here if it keeps on growing and try to kind of work more in favor of my plantings and see if they can thrive here. Alright, I hope you liked this little update and see you in the next video. Bye.